Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I have immediately a question for you. The first one, are we missing Juventus? Because it's international break and we miss Juventus. As we always said on the channel, international break is a disaster because we miss our beloved Juventus. Or are you a bit relieved, a bit relaxed that you can have a weekend without Juventus after the disaster results of the last weeks? Or maybe we have to say since the start of the season. Guys, I told you 2 days ago, we are in the middle of a really long and really dark tunnel, but one day we will see the light again. We don't know how, we don't know when, but the light will be seen one day. That's a promise that I made you. Maybe we have the first light. It's really difficult to see yet, but maybe the first light is there because Tuttosport is opening with a man that we were all waiting for. Today not only one, but today two shirts of Federico Chiesa. The one of last year with the number 22, black and white, you remember, and the one that my son has chosen because it's his favorite player, Federico Chiesa, with the new number. Number 7, Federico Chiesa will be integrated the team again to be able to train with them after the game of Juve Bologna on the 2nd of October. After that game, he will be there with his teammates, touching the ball, running, understanding how we have to adapt to that new Juventus, not only individually, but also with his teammates. We have the hope to see him back in November. For some parts of the game, 3 options, Inter, Verona and Lazio. 3 possibilities to see our number 7. We have to be calm. We don't have to rush because after these 3 games there will be the international break, the real international break for Qatar 22. But there is some light. Not only Federico Chiesa, but also other players that are coming back from the J Medical. We need them. It is what it is. Locatelli, Rabiot, Alexandro, Szczesny. Some are your favorite players, some absolutely not. But we need every single people at the moment to help Juventus to get out of that tunnel as fast as possible. These players will be back after the international break. They didn't travel with their international teams. Locatelli stayed there in Continassa together with Alexandro, Rabiot as well. The only one that traveled was Szczesny. We are waiting for Szczesny, but in the meanwhile, we have a Perin that is doing really great. Corriere dello Sport is speaking about the importance of these men. Using another title, Juventus betrayed. Feel cheated on, feel betrayed by who? By the 2 instant players that we were thinking that could have changed the destiny of that 21-22 Juventus in a better destiny 22-23. It went worse. Why? Because the 2 instant players were not available. Pogba was not there. 0 minutes until now, and probably we will not even see him before January. 0 minutes. And then the other one, Di Maria that gave us the light versus Sassuolo and then went with all the other ones in darkness. Di Maria will not play the next 2 games of Serie A versus Bologna versus Milan. He will be back for the derby of Torino. Luckily, he will also be able to play versus Maccabi Haifa. Important game in Champions League. If we lose versus Maccabi, if we draw versus Maccabi, I don't know if we will see the light again this season. Guys, today we also have to speak about Mercato, reported by and sponsored by and given by the great OneFootball, best app to remain up to date with everything. Yes, guys, also in September we are already speaking about Mercato. The team is not working as it should, and OneFootball is giving us all these news. You download the app for free, for iOS, for Android. You do whatever your mobile phone is, you can download it for free and follow every single news of Juve, Mercato related, but also about Allegri. What are the last news about Allegri? Will he stay? Will he leave? What are the percentages of him staying or leaving? What are the other players saying? De Ligt, Zakaria, about our beloved Juventus. You can have it all in your pocket. Hey guys, it is what it is. It is for free. Link into the description. Do it now. And just because the video is sponsored by OneFootball, I want to report 2 names linked to the Mercato that are linked to Juve. We are speaking about Benjamin Pavard from Bayern Munich. That could be potentially the right back solution for next year. He's not finding his time, his playing minutes with Bayern Munich. He could go potentially to Juventus. French player, the first French player, because it's not the only one. The other one is N'Golo Kante, that also has been linked to Juve because He was a favorite of Tuchel. Tuchel is not there anymore. He will have to run against the time to convince the new trainer of Chelsea to have also his playing time. The last years we didn't hear that much about N'Golo Kante. Is he a player that is going towards the end of his career or not? Is he still a top player? Anyway, OneFootball is reporting that Juventus are entering the race for the French midfielder of Chelsea. Guys, these are the two news. I want to know about you, what you think about these two names. Or are we opening Tuttosport that is going towards another strategy? Because Tuttosport is saying Mercato Juve. Cambia tutto, Mercato Juve, everything is changing. What is changing, Beppe? Well, I will tell you after you put a maximum of like, after you subscribe to the channel. You know how important it is and how beautiful it is in these moments of difficulties to see the videos and see that the video has been appreciated by you. The effort has been appreciated of the editing, of this. So I'm waiting for the maximum of like, and now I tell you, because I know and I trust you that you did. Mercato ora si cambia. Mercato, now we change. Sustainability is the first word. The second word is scouting. The third word is being brave. Being brave. Like our book, the book that we use a lot on the channel, Only the Brave. Why? Because Juventus made a lot of mistakes in the last years. We spoke about it. Ramsey, Rabiot, giving some players too much money. Ronaldo brought a lot of good things, but also some difficulties. It's over. It's over. We go towards that sustainability. Juventus already did some researches and investments in the next players that could become some cracks, like Federico Chiesa, like Locatelli, like Vlahovic. Great. Well done, but we have to continue. Like, for example, Milan, that went for Leao, that went for Theo Hernandez, for Napoli, that went for Kvaratskhelia, that everyone is speaking about. This is the new strategy of Juve, scouting them, not overpaying them, because yesterday I saw a report that Juventus is in the top clubs in the last years that overpaid players. Hey, it is what it is, guys. It's a reality. We can't hide. And what are they doing to go towards that direction is maybe looking also for a new sporting director. That doesn't mean that Cherubini will be left, because everyone is happy with the work of Cherubini. Could have a more responsible role, could divide some tasks, we don't know yet, but they are speaking with Giuntoli, Petracchi and Tare. Petracchi from Torino, Tare from Lazio, for example. Sporting directors that are masters in that new strategy. Let's see what will happen. Anyway, we have to speak about it in the CDA, the shareholders meeting that will be held on Friday. It will be really soon this season, normally and usually it is in October. This time we anticipate it will be on the 23rd of September, and Sport Media said they went out with an article this morning saying Agnelli will leave the decision to the shareholders meeting to decide if we sack Max Allegri or not. Max Allegri is a real concrete option to be sacked. We already spoke about it in the last days. They are reporting that on Friday Agnelli will give the possibility or the choice to the shareholders to decide, because we know that sacking him will represent a big loss of money. We spoke about it yesterday, but keeping Allegri and continuing with the result that we have now and so on can potentially also cause a big problem. Guys, I would have believed what Sport Media said was reporting us, but I'm doubting it. I'm doubting Sport Media said that is writing an article, or at least a title, a clickbait title, and then finishing with Khedira. What does that mean, Khedira? What, is Khedira the one that will decide? I don't know. When I clicked on the article, because you know that I love to read all the articles before doing the video, Khedira is absolutely not mentioned. Maybe it's Khedira that wrote the article. Could potentially be. Guys, I don't believe. Then everything can happen in the world, but I don't believe that it will be the shareholders that will decide a coach. If we start like that, guys, mamma mia, disaster. But maybe, you never know. Let's see what will happen on Friday. Gazzetta dello Sport, Inter e Juve, spacca Italia. Inter and Juve is dividing Italy. This time not, do you prefer Inter, do you prefer Juve? But this time we are in the same problems. Inter and Juve have the same problems, and everyone is speaking. Everyone is giving their own opinion about Lukaku, Vlahovic, Inter, Juve, Inzaghi and Allegri. Everyone is speaking about it. Gazzetta is saying Juve Inter already ciao ciao for the dreams of Scudetto. Hey guys, it's only the 21st of September. We didn't start well, absolutely not. But is it already time to give up? It's a bit early. The chances are starting to be smaller and smaller and smaller, but already saying give up and ciao ciao, I don't know. Saki saying, today both teams are not there to compete for the title, and he is correct, but he's also saying, but they can become better. The words of Saki, the words of Dino Zoff are, they have time to recuperate points. They can still believe in the first spot, being ranked first at the end of the season. Ranieri saying, to the black and whites, they are missing happiness, alegria, using and playing with the words allegri, alegria, happy, happiness. They are missing happiness when they are playing. The black and blue, they are missing a lot with Perisic. So you have three different standpoints. Not only them are speaking about Juve and giving their opinion, because also Pjanic today spoke in a double page of Tuttosport about the situation of Juventus. He's saying there is too much negativity. They just need a sparkle. A sparkle is needed. For example, winning and dominating Bologna with 3-0, and then you go. Well, I love Pjanic. I really love Pjanic. I don't know if the sparkle of Bologna will be enough, because the game after, guys, pay attention. Milan, Maccabi Haifa, Milan. Attenzione, is a sparkle enough, like Miralem is saying? Anyway, Miralem Pjanic has always defended Allegri, saying, trust me, give me trust. Max knows how to handle this situation. Juventus can recuperate and they still can win. He's speaking about the importance of Paredes, about the regista role in a team of Allegri. He says that Paredes needs more bravery, more courage. He needs to have the balls to try, to dare things. The absence of Pogba and Chiesa and Di Maria were really hard, because they are also giving fear to the opponents. Without them, the opponents are believing that they can do whatever they want. The words of Miralem Pjanic, not only Pjanic and the other ones were speaking about Juve, but yesterday also the Curva. Viking, Drughi and Nordest, the three different Curva teams, are speaking about our beloved Juventus, about their beloved Juventus, because it's the Juventus of everyone. They were saying something that I totally agree with, that we have to stop going in front of the supporters at the end of the games of Benfica, of Monza, to ask sorry, to stay there for 5 minutes, receiving insults, receiving actually the whistle from everyone, because what we are doing is actually creating more and more and more negativity, is actually making them even weaker, not only in their soul, in their heart, but also in the sight and in the eyes of the opponents that are assisting to these scenes of Juventus being ridiculized. Guys, I kind of agree with that. I agree with the message of Drughi, Viking and Nordest. The only thing that I less agree on is they took the occasion to speak about Bonucci, saying that he is not a leader, he will never be, whatever team, and that he has to stop. Also criticism towards Agnelli and so on. I believe that the message was really great without pointing fingers. Anyway, we know that it has never been a big love story between Agnelli and the Drughi and Viking and Nordest, but also with Bonucci. We know it, it is what it is. We move on. Other people that are speaking about Juventus, not only the supporter, but also Gazzetta dello Sport, who is saying, you want to speak about Bonucci like Viking and the Curva was speaking, we will continue. What if there is again ice in the relationship between Bonucci and Massimiliano Allegri, and that's why he didn't play that last game versus Monza, a game where he was probably needed? Is it because after Benfica, Bonucci spoke in front of the microphones saying that he was absolutely not happy with the situation that Juventus were on, and that's why Allegri punished him? Questions. Well, Gazzetta dello Sport is not helping in these kind of moments. If on top of that they have to spread some rumors, some fake news and so on and so on, I don't know. I don't know how good it is for the relation. Anyway, everyone is speaking about it, and I have to say that probably the only one that is making everyone agree, maybe, is the fact that we need Rabiot. We need Rabiot, that not only Allegri, but probably also Juventus at the moment, without Pogba and so on, is needed, because we need him like air to breathe. We need him. I want also your comments about Rabiot. Do we need him in that team? Are we missing Rabiot? Dare to say it, yes or no. I finish with the last message, and it's the last message of the video, but an important one. I saw a lot of comments, good bad, negative, positive, whatever. I listened to a lot of videos, podcasts, and so on and so on. There was one message that represented me a lot, and probably the most is the one of around Turin. You know Maurizio, you know how much we care and we love about Maurizio, what he's doing for the community of Juve. He said one thing that represents me a lot. He said, the more you throw shit on Juve, the more I love Juve. I see people unfollowing them for some sort of digital protest just to refollow the day after the next victory. We might be in the mud right now, but Juve is a way of life. We said fino alla fine, and fino alla fine it will be. On these words, guys, I let you think about it. Thank you, Maurizio, for these beautiful words that represent me and a lot of Juventini. Grazie, forza. Juve.